Hey guys, Stephanie here. Hit that like, subscribe, and share. Thank you to all my new subscribers. And even though you're not being recognized from YouTube's algorithms, I see you. And a lot of your messages, I'm sorry that I haven't gotten back to them. It literally goes in my spam or even comments that a lot of you post. They'll go into my YouTube studio, but they don't show on my actual channel. So it's very frustrating to me because it's like, we have Jesse Smollett out right now, basically saying that the cops were corrupt and this really did happen to him. He was attacked by two white MAGA supporting fellas. Like, really? So you're going to play into the situation that's going on across this country right now that's being fueled by corruption in our mainstream media to create a race war, a fear of a virus, a fear of people, period, so they can mail things in and, steal an election. So Jesse Smollett's acting like he never committed this hoax hate crime, that he's an actual victim of the corrupt police. No, Michelle Obama called the chief prosecutor handling his case and told them to let him go. He goes to trial tomorrow, but he's out right now breaking his silence. How he can't stand to see the black man brought down anymore. This is like a Bubba Wallace thing, or really, you people need mental fucking help. You're the reason why there is a suicide prevention day. Hillary Clinton going on Fox News, okay? Well, basically, she was on Fox News, but all of her political rants. Don't concede, blah, blah, blah. Oh, bitch, shut up, dude. For real. Like, people, you see it for what it is, right? No bullshit. You have like 8 weeks to prepare, or no, like 7 weeks now. They're already telling you in the mainstream media Biden will win. Trump is going to say it was stolen from him, and we're going to use the military to get him out. You have Hillary Clinton saying, don't concede. Not only that, if there's not a president, okay, by January 22nd, Nancy Pelosi, Nazi Nancy, she is commander in chief. Do you want that deranged bitch running this country? I think not, my friend. I think not. I think not, especially when the media is going along with his whole Jussie Smollett was set up by corruption and cops in Chicago. What does Lori Lightfoot have to say about that, right? People, we have been taken over from within. I hate to say it because the algorithms are going to hate me, but I'm sick of the algorithms already. I'm sick of all of this. Like, part of me literally wants to cry. I'm so goddamn frustrated. And I try not to cuss. But you see it all over TV. They're literally lying to people. They are using manipulation. They are using Stockholm syndrome. They're using mind control, subliminal messaging. You have our country right now standing up for a communist country that slaughters Muslims, but a presidential nominee who wants to respect Muslims and have Muslim prayer in our schools, but you can't have God. Hell, you can't even have a statue of anybody but, the Moloch statue. It's like the child sacrifice statue. That's okay. Yeah, no big deal. You got Satanist churches. I don't know if they're churches or Satanist buildings that get religious tax deductions. All right, you have Obama, okay, who just came out and produced the movie's Netflix series Cuties, which has 11-year-old girls twerking, taking pictures of their vagina. Hold on. Okay, 2 male security guards stop the girls, and a girl says, but we are dancers. We have a competition to get to, and proceeds to twerk for him, and he lets him go. The 4 girls are participating for a competition, slap each other on the butts. One girl takes a picture of her vagina and posts it online. A 5-year-old girl takes a turn at oh my gosh, webcam porn. Okay. A young girl takes or tries to take a photo of a schoolboy's penis. A girl takes a used condom and blows it up into a balloon. And I kid you not, oh my God, I want to vomit just saying this stuff. Ugh. This is what, oh my God. This is what has also helped the movement to where we have kindergartners now in California that are being given graphic publications. You can go on Glenn Beck and see it for yourselves. God, it makes me want to vomit. Like, I have this nervous, angry laugh that I do, like when I'm just so upset with something. I'm like, oh, but this is really hard for me to talk about, especially this kid stuff. And Glenn Beck shows it all. These pedophiles are in our school system, and they're literally teaching our kids in elementary now, especially in California, with graphic educational books. Like, oh, you need to look it up. Go to Glenn. Oh God, I'm gonna vomit. Ah. But seriously, people, this is an apocalypse. This is an apocalypse of our freedom, everything. We've been under medical tyranny. In the UK and overseas, they're banning people and putting people in jail for getting together in crowds larger than 6. In some countries that's already given up their guns, you have the contact tracers, everything. I just had a census guy come to my house and literally harass me at 7:30 at night. It was extremely uncomfortable because you feel cornered. You know what I mean? So wake up, because it has nothing to do with Trump. These fires are being set on purpose. It has nothing to do with climate change. Nobody gives a shit about Obama and Michael and Hillary Clinton in the mainstream media and Trevor Noah and all these people telling us that pedophilia is a sexual orientation and putting little girls in a Netflix series that would be considered child pornography, but they're literally doing it under the guise of social justice. And people are actually defending it. Like, what is wrong with you? Don't you see this is the enemy within? Trump, I'm not saying Trump's God, but he's trying to wake you up to what's going on. Everything you know is fake. Everything you know is a lie. Okay, there are things that we can cure diseases with right now through Tesla and his knowledge. And actually what I found out crazy is Trump's I think it was uncle. I think it was John F. Trump, John G. Trump. He actually is one of the people that went and took all of Tesla's invention, like secrets, and all of his secret knowledge of technology and free energy. His uncle was one of the people that went into Tesla's room and cleaned out the safe. Isn't that crazy? So when people think about the telepathy thing with Trump and all that, yeah, I see it. I see it completely. He's RH negative. RH negatives right now, we are having a rough time because we're highly empathic and we see what's going on. We know exactly what's going on, but we can't be cloned. Our DNA can be cloned, and we don't have that veil in front of us. We're not programmable. I don't know what it is, but to see people in the streets and acting out and doing this and people praising it in the mainstream media, just constantly lying to people, knowing they're lying and what they're doing is wrong, covering up for pedophiles, like all of this stuff. And why are you still worshiping them? Why are people still worried about sports? They're not condemning anything and hating anything that's happening to the other side because they don't care and they don't give a shit. They don't care about you either. So you have to understand, in the next 8 weeks, make sure you have plenty of water, plenty of food, extra batteries, make sure you have extra gas, stuff like that. Because if you would have told Puerto Ricans or Puerto Rico, they would be out of power with 6 months, or Californians that these fires are going to break out. Everybody says you're crazy, you're a conspiracy theorist, or you're paranoid, or you're negative. No, the truth is, you see what's coming, and instead of being like the dumbass with the head in the sand, going, which way they go, George? You just want to be prepared. There is nothing wrong with that either. Be prepared. And remember, all those people that make fun of you, remind them how crazy you were when you told them to be prepared. So I want to tell you all, be prepared. Mass civil unrest after election. You already know it's coming. Um, Make sure you prepare yourself mentally, emotionally too, because we know that majority of society, once they find out what's really going on and what's really going to happen, they won't be able to handle it, period. I mean, people can't even handle seeing someone without a mask without going full-blown crazy, calling 911. They're not wearing a mask, or my neighbor's vacuuming at midnight. Those are the first people that are going to die off. We don't have to worry about that. But one thing you should also watch out for is the Department of Homeland Security is issuing another EMP thing. I mentioned this like in a video probably like a year ago, but the Department of Homeland Security has been telling us forever, but they just upped their protocols and did another thing for us to be prepared for an EMP attack, which is our entire electrical grid, which can be shut down pretty quickly and easily. I mean, think about it, guys. If you think 2020 couldn't get any worse, imagine what's going to happen in 2021. I mean, these Democrats aren't going to stop. The only person that can stop them is us, by not watching their bullshit on TV, by not donating to them, by not supporting them. Don't dox people. Don't hate each other. We all need to come together as one religion. Not one religion. That's impossible. But just as humans, as humanity. Like, hey, no more Satan. Not today, my friend. Like, we just want out of this bullshit. Whatever these like elite globalists want to do, and whatever their end goal is, can they just take it to like Epstein Island and take all their followers with them? And they can just go over there and have their fun. They can get all the countries that want to go to war and fight, and the cartels. Go. All of you corrupt, evil people. Go to your own country and leave us normal people alone. That's all we ask. It's not that hard, right? Think again, dude. Seriously, we're in biblical times. Apocalypse 2020, hashtag, it's here. Are you prepared? And what do you think of the four horses of the apocalypse? Do you see signs? What are you seeing? Because I'm telling you, it's here. God, it's here, and I hate it. And I think every truther, in a way, is kind of like really going through something, because everything that we've tried to tell people about, I've been trying to tell people for 8 years what Obama's going to do. Like, no, over 8 years. When he was getting elected, I tried to tell people what Obama was going to do. So people who know what is going to come, it's like so surreal because you know it, you see it. But it's like you literally have this whole outside web of people really spinning misinformation. Think about it. How do you know what is real and what's not real? They're rewriting our history right now. How many times has it been rewritten to conform somebody else's beliefs? So what are you as a person? What is it that makes you real? Because I don't think anybody knows who they are. They're not a political party. They're not the skin. We're souls. We're humans. We feel. But what we're watching, this isn't humans. This is demonic. And Trump's trying to wake you up to it. Not saying he's our savior. Not saying anything like that. But all these things are being brought to light for a reason. And how you deal with it is your own. But I think if you just wake up and honestly see it from somebody else's perspective, you'll be like, kind of makes sense. But you got to take your feelings out of it. You got to take the politics out of it. They got to take the politics out of sports, out of mainstream. And I'm just going on a rant today because I am just so fed the fuck up. Not only that, but with this coronavirus pandemic, like I have to do this homeschooling stuff with my son. Do you know how hard it is to get a little boy to be focused on a freaking tablet? It's impossible. Little boys have lots of energy, okay? So it's like parents who, I don't, like, I'm not at home working, so I can't imagine for what it's like for women who are at home working with multiple kids. I can't even do a load of laundry. I got to keep walking back there. Are you on school? Are you on school? The teachers will text you. The school will email you. You got to try to figure out how to work the system, create accounts for these apps. And it's like, oh my God. Like, can this election just get here and end already? Just like, be done, election. Can we just get to the point right now? Because a lot of people like me, we know that kids should be socialized. This is not normal, okay? People need human interaction to be mentally healthy. If we don't interact with each other, we're not mentally healthy. We're isolated. People who are isolated and they're not in contact with other humans, their immunity and everything lowers you. We are spiritual beings. We are energy. We are a light force. We have so much in us that we can do with our minds, but our minds are being controlled by the internet. The internet and the social media and everybody else that's making our kids so scared. So scared. The world so scared. Our kids can't even go to school and be in a normal environment. And you have parents literally feeling like they are stupid failures because we can't figure out your damn apps and your systems. And it's like, then you have parents who are just doing the homework for their kids so their kids can pass. So it's bad enough we have 2 generations of ex-liberal colleges and their stupid art and crafts and, activist, PhDs. Like they get their PhD in activism. Like this is what is our future. And now they have another generation of kids that are not going to socialize, that are scared to even touch each other or play. Parents can't deal with hyper kids, so you got to medicate them. I mean, it's like now it's the 3rd generation that these liberals, as Hillary Clinton, it takes a village, and the media, they have destroyed our kids. Destroyed them. But we were silent, right? The silent majority was silent. And this is what we got. All the kids that got trophies, they're in Portland. They're in all these stupid ass BLM activists, little fronts and burning shit down. That's the result of this parenting style. If these kids would have had discipline and they knew that the laws applied and you can't have an excuse via your feelings, we wouldn't have any of these fucking problems. We have these problems from these dumbass policies based on feelings, not facts, not Nancy Pelosi's and Chucky Schumer's little scientists. They're not. They are just like every other person. Just because they're on TV, just because the media says they're a specialist, they're a scientist. I could be a scientist. I can say I am a scientist with the and they put me on TV. So you'll just believe anything I say because the television and media told you it's legit. You have Zuckerberg coming out. We're going to do everything we can to let people know that an election that runs on for a couple weeks or a month, that is not fucking normal, okay? So they go on TV and say they're not going to concede it. Then you have Mark Zuckerberg saying we're not running any political ads. You also have them telling people that they need to check offline now and disconnect from social media. Oh, very fucking convenient after you just brainwashed and tortured us since before Trump got elected. Now you want to tell us it's not healthy to be on the internet? Then you have Zuckerberg and them saying how they're going to censor it to the facts. The facts according to who? To you? Zuckerberg, you are not a politician. You just have dirt on everybody through all the data collection you evil son of a bitches have done. Oh, God, that felt so good to say. Anybody who watches my video to the end is a trooper because I needed to get that out. Like, I've literally been watching these people lie on TV every day, all day long. The view. Ew, it's this, it's that. No, you all are jerks. And you're miserable jerks. And that's why you have to hate everybody else. And you want everybody else to be miserable and hateful. They never say anything positive because they don't want us to be positive and happy. Just like they're demonizing Christian worshipers right now for spreading COVID. What about your fucking protesters, man? Your protesters are not spreading the virus. Oh, they must have that forced shield protection like Nancy Pelosi at the hair salon. Like, oh, I can get my hair done. I'm Nancy Pelosi. I could not get the virus. You know what I mean? But I can go to Chinatown and get some dim sum. Like, God, these people make me sick. Seriously. Dude, we got to walk away from it. Not only that, but we have to stop being so afraid to talk to each other about how we really feel. Because I can't imagine what I would be like if I didn't get on YouTube and rant into my computer. Because that's a lot of shit to be kept in your head. So we have our kids stuck at home. People have to work from home. They're creating all these outlets of tension, anxiety, fear, everything. All of us are living in complete perpetual flight or fight. We're all living in fear and anxiety. And then they wonder, well, what's going on? I don't know, man. Maybe you should do the right thing. Stop making, Satanism a good thing and pedophilia. And maybe actually when you fact check, don't fact check what George Soros tells you to say. Fact check the real facts, okay? Boom. Hit that like, subscribe, and share. Love you all. Bye. Thanks for listening to me rant. I needed to get that out of my system. Bye.